taken to the bathroom. We put the donation money in the fuel tank. Still gonna be shy about 25 gallons, but we're gonna figure it out and get there. Headed back on the road. We are, I think this is Ocala, if I remember correctly. We're in Ocala at the moment. Where am I going now? What am I doing? Okay, so I got my drink right there. I took insulin. Just making sure I have everything before I have to drive and then search for everything. And that'll be a pain in the butt. Alright. You should be good to go. Oh, it's so hot right now already. Of course, it's hot, so I slept up front, and Puppy jumped up front with me because it was so hot, and he just slept in between my legs. So it's very uncomfortable to sleep, but he was cooler, so that's all that matters. All right, there we go. I'm trying this a different way just so I don't lose my maps this time. I've got the maps on the GPS, and I'm just using my hotspot for my GPS. So I'm hoping that works out well, and it just slows down the lagging maybe a little bit. Like I said, my windows are going to have to stay down, guys. So it will get loud in here, and I apologize. But we don't have AC, so I've got to keep cool. You can hear Zeus in the background. He's playing already. He's an excited boy.
Turn left onto Florida 326 East.
Come on, people. Are you just gonna block me? Seriously? I should just like ram into you. Some people are so ignorant. Like they're not going any further. Ugh. Makes me angry. Basically just blocked off the whole exit area. I am charging my tablet right now, not my phone, so I've got to keep an eye on the phone level too. I'll switch it as soon as I can, but the tablet was completely dead. I'm just hoping this helps where I don't lose my maps, because I won't know where I'm going without them, so.
Head west on Florida 326 West.
On some side roads for a little bit, well, some regular highways, and then we'll be back jumping on a 95. Oh man, this heat is just something else. I already feel like crap this morning because of it. I'm sure Zeus does. Although he's playing right now, so he's doing good. My sugars are just really high right now, so I did take some insulin, so they should be coming down, hopefully. Oh crap, I'm supposed to be going the other way. Well, I didn't know that, so I'm going to make a U-turn. Exited the wrong side, but I couldn't get through anyway since people are blocking everything. So it's alright. Come on. It's hot just sitting here. Need to be moving. These vehicles are coming out like timed out perfect where I don't have because I can't just bust a U-turn in this van very fast. It's not made for that.
Continue on Florida 326 East for 3 miles.
What are you doing back there, Zeus? Alright, and then I'll be taking a left eventually on 301. A left on 301. I wonder if I can have this up here where I can see this just a little bit better. What are you doing back there? But it took us months there to save up, and it's just too hot for that. I can't have him in there. Don't have enough fuel for it, but we're gonna figure it out. Like I said, I just got to get him to where it's cooler. Can't wait to get back on the interstate to stop and go. I mean, this thing already gets 10 miles to the gallon. When we're on the highway, so in the town it gets like 8, so I got to get out of this stop and go stuff and kill my fuel quick. About 588 miles to go. They're saying 11 hours. I think a lot of it's because of the traffic, because yesterday it was only 8 when I parked. But of course we got daytime traffic too, so. Hi, Zeus. 20 more watch hours last night, which I appreciate that, guys. Gets us a little closer. Like I said, we're under 500 watch hours we need now to get the first step of the monetization. To get paid by YouTube itself, we're still about a little less than 1,500 away, but getting there slowly. just say whatever you want over a phone. So there's that too. I live, and I got sick with type 1 diabetes and lost everything I own, and it's nothing I asked for. And I'm just trying my best to live a normal life. Oh, I hate stopping though. When we stop, it gets so hot so quick. It's nice to have the windows. Yeah, well, I got sick with type 1 diabetes. Ended up in the hospital for a while. Lost my truck and lost my company. I didn't ask to be homeless. Didn't ask to be out here. I'm just documenting my experience. Just like everybody else. I Volusia County. We didn't drive too long yesterday anyways, only a few hundred miles, almost a few hundred miles. Very tired and hot and didn't want to overdo it, started later. So we stopped around 11 o'clock last night. We just started back up again about 30 minutes ago. It's 11 hours from here. It's 530 something more miles. Where I'm actually just, not going through stop and go bullcrap. That kills the fuel as well. Oh, but cutting across the state is a little bit of a journey. Oh, man. he likes the car rides. He has no problem with it. He likes them more right now because it's so hot out. When we're driving, a lot of cool breeze comes in, so he's really enjoying that lately. Sorry, it's a little hard to keep up with chat, but I will keep up with the best I can. Uh-oh. What are we all stopping over here for? That was a red light. Sugars are really, really high, and I hate that. So hopefully my insulin starts working soon. hopefully soon the insulin will kick in, get me my energy back, and I'll be doing all right. I did use some of my change to get a coffee this morning. Hi, Zeus. I know, the sun's shining right in on you, huh? Man, my brakes are going so bad. And not want to stop. Hi, Zeus. You gotta lay down, my daddy drives. I love you too. Florida is just outrageous right now. The fuel prices. Okay, come on, stop. There we go. There we go. We stop. Got about 29 miles till our next turn, which is actually just staying on this road. But this is Stark, Florida. Went from $3.99 to $4.19 in just one gas station. I wonder where they're buying their gas from. It's a cool little patriotic eagle. Oh, we got construction ahead. Yay. I know. That sun's shining right in on your head, huh? Drive for about another hour probably, then I gotta let him out. Go to the bathroom and all that. Hi, Goose. Hot dog like Goose. Alrighty. Jesus. I know, you're restless, huh? A long ride, buddy. That's a long ride. You need to really be laying down, though. Because if we had to stop faster, you're going to flying, stand on your feet. You can't even walk straight, you're so big for such a young age. Deuces. I hope we don't get any rain, really. I mean, just because I got to keep the windows down. But it is a little cloudy. Sorry about the delay. Like I said, it's really hard to read sometimes when I'm driving, so apologize about that. is my
Then turn right
I
onto
keep
North
doing
Main
this?
Street.
My GPS keeps messing up in the middle of this whole thing. did get a couple donations last night. That's going to help. We're still about 25 miles short. Not 25, 25 gallons, sorry. That stuff. I gotta stretch. We're now at Hillard, wherever that is. Alright guys, I'm going to take a quick break. Yeah, he's going to love it there for sure. Sorry, it's hard to read the thing, but I'm going to take a quick break, probably about half an hour, 45 minutes, let the puppy run around, and then we're going to get back on the road, so I will be back live. Anybody wishes to support the channel, we are very, very not going to make it on fuel, so any of the donations will go towards fuel so we can get all the way to North Carolina. It's unexpected, but it is appreciated. But liking, sharing, and subscribing is free. We will be back in about half an hour to 45 minutes to continue this journey. I appreciate everybody, and we will be right back after we use the bathroom and stuff. Hi. Oh, right in. Here we go. I had to go puppies out. I'm so tired, Zeus.